This is the WWE Elite Top Picks 2026 Wave 1 Wave featuring Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Now, we've actually already reviewed Wave 2 of 2026 Elite Top Picks. That was the Roman Reigns and the CM Punk that we took a look at a few days ago. But today we're looking at Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. I found these on a toy hunt, a random toy hunt, me and my family. We went out to Target to just kind of shop around, have my kids kind of show us what they want for Christmas, you know, just kind of hanging out with the family. I go to the WWE, figure out, what do I find, man? Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton hanging out. And so we did pick these up to review, and I was excited, man, because this is the only Cody Rhodes Elite I didn't have, and this is the only Randy Orton that I didn't have either. So I was looking for both of these, and there they were on the pegs. Kind of shocked me. But today, we're going to look at these guys. We got some cool repaints. I'm excited for both of these in a lot of ways. First time we've really ever seen a colorful gear for Randy Orton in the Mattel line. We've gotten orange, we've gotten red, but they've both been on young Randy Orton. So we have not seen a colorful Randy Orton that is an older look here. And I know it's not like he does that all the time. I know that he wore something different at WrestleMania 41, and we've seen some random off occasions, but Mattel finally gave it to us in this ultimate form here, besides the white gear, of course. But let's get into it. Here's Cody Rhodes' front viewing window. Again, love the packaging. This new packaging is just so much better than the old packaging, but you get Cody on the side. It almost looks like a demon, man. It looks like he's on vampire time. Look at those eyes. Then you have him kissing the floor there, Undisputed Championship. Rest of the figures in the wave. Only 2 figures featured in the Top Picks wave nowadays, but they do look pretty good. They're repaints of other figures. We're going to find out if they can actually move, and we'll see it all come together here, man. But there's Randall Keith, Randy Orton there, Randy Orton there, and then, of course, you got the Viper on the back there. So I'm excited for it. It looks really good, man. 2 of my favorites currently going, so I'm excited for this wave, man. We're going to break it all down. Let's get into it, man. Let's crack both these guys out of the packaging and find out what Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton are all about. So here we have the American Nightmare and the Legend Killer out of the packaging, man. I'm liking these figures in their own ways, man. You may be looking at, you know, kind of a, I don't know, it's almost like the modern equivalent of what we face nowadays with collecting WWE Mattel, and we're going to break all that down. I'll showcase all of those things, but I'm liking these figures in their own ways. We're going to break it down. I'll showcase everything. I will get into it with you, of course, and let you know all the ins and outs about what I like and do not like about these figures, as always, as we always do here on the channel. So buckle the hell up, man. We're going to dive into Cody Rhodes' accessories and Cody Rhodes, and then we're going to back it up and take a closer look at Randy Orton's accessories and Randy Orton. All right, man, getting into Cody Rhodes' accessories, he comes with way more than Randy Orton. I mean, it's kind of abysmal, but it's probably just because they've reprinted this stuff over and over. But we do get the nice Cody Rhodes smiling head sculpt. We've seen this many times over, and I like this head sculpt, man. I'm a fan of this head sculpt. You're not going to find me ripping this head sculpt. I think it looks great. I've always been a big fan of the smiling head sculpt. You're still getting the tattoo on the neck. I hope that gets removed here soon, but it does have great likeness, and this is actually one of the better Cody Rhodes head sculpts Mattel's made. And then you have this one, which is pretty much his Elite 101 head sculpt. I've never been a big fan of this head sculpt. It just doesn't, I don't know, it looks off, and they've used it time and time again. I'm just not a fan of this one. The way it's shaped, I can kind of see the likeness. Like, it's there, but I don't know. I just wish they did something differently. The smiling head sculpt's much far superior, in my opinion. And then we also get the Nightmare weight belt, which looks really clean, and it is the new sculpt. So you have the buckle and the little strap there that goes over the top, which is better than it's been, but it is kind of hard to clasp together. That's kind of the issue that you find nowadays. The aesthetics is nice, but it's kind of difficult to get on there. I still think the Jazzwares ones are probably a little more superior, but at least it is the new sculpt, and it's nice and better than it's been in the past. So that's nice to see with the Nightmare weight belt. And then for interchangeable hands, we are getting a pair of mic holding hands. You got the white hand tape on the right side, of course, because it's Cody Rhodes. You get a pair of fists to beat the hell out of everybody. And then you get the really nice grabby hands. Now, these are hands you don't typically get in this sculpt, in this skin tone. Usually, it's the throne sitting style hands that are very similar to this, but they're a little stiffer, you know, and the hands aren't as grabby-like. I like the grabby style hands. I think these are better, I think, than the throne sitting, but they're a little oversized, but I think they get the job done, and I like these better than those, so I'm excited to see something new here. So we're getting into Cody Rhodes, man. Again, the head sculpt we've seen many times over, and it's a good head sculpt. Again, I like this head sculpt for Cody Rhodes. One thing I don't like, though, is going to be the neck tattoo continuing on the face. Now, we did see this removed on the newest Ultimate Edition. Hopefully, we'll continue to see that. I want to see the neck tattoo removed from the face indefinitely. I want to see that gone, but we do have the standard torso. Now, I'll tell you this, man. I'll make a projection. I think in 2026, we're going to see a lot more new torsos for guys. I think that any torso that's really old like this one, or, you know, you look at some of these old torsos, I think they're going to get retired, man. I think that, you know, over the next couple of years or so, we're going to see a ton of new, unique sculpts and torsos. and have like a brand new bank of stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But dream tattoo on the tit right there, which looks good. Standard shoulders and arms. He does have the hand tape on the right side, of course, because it's Cody Rhodes. On the back, clean back right there. Getting some QC issues on this logo on the butt right there. So, you know, that continues on. But you do get the red, the white, got some black accents with gold and blue. Looking very clean, very similar to other gears that we've seen from Cody Rhodes. But you know Cody Rhodes has new gear all the time, and it's always really good, and it looks great. So, got kind of like the Eagles and the Stars and Stripes. Always very, I don't know, reminds me of my boy George Washington over there. So, it's all clean. Looking very clean. Got the pinless joints in there, stars. The red color is very nice, but then you get down here and you get these clown feet, man. Got the Nightmare logo, which I like, but the white boots with the black outsoles is a nice look. It's just this sculpt is terrible. Just a terrible sculpt of the clown feet. I wish they'd get rid of these, man. But now we have to see how he poses here, and I think you're going to get a lot of the same stuff we've seen from Cody Rhodes. He can look down pretty good, not up that much there. I think the same goes for the other head sculpts. You get some pivoting here, which is nice. This older torso here, this Finn Balor torso or what have you, can go back pretty far and crunch very far. I would love to see some new innovations in the ab crunch of Elites and Ultimates and WWE Mattel overall. Shoulder goes about at 90, full rotation, bicep cut, double jointed pinless arms. You get hinge and swivel in the wrist, of course. Tight waist, which is always great. He is on ball joints, but he does not get the leg snap back and forth. I get a little nick right there. Got to take that off, but he can kick forward on both sides, not getting that snap back and forth thing, and they go out to the side, which is great. Upper thigh cut. Pinless double jointed knee is a little stiff. Just they're going to be on these Cody Rhodes figures for whatever reason. Then you do get the boot cut. Feet go up and down, and then you have the crazy ankle pivot that they've included here, but those clown feet just are not it, man. I hate the clown feet. They're just way too big, man. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at every, not Stardust, not Throwback, every Cody Rhodes in this character. We're going to look at every Cody Rhodes Elite that they have given us since his return at Mania 38 so far from Mattel. So here is every WWE Elite Cody Rhodes in this gimmick in tights. This does not count the suited figures. This doesn't count the Ultimate Editions. This is strictly WWE Elite Cody Rhodes in tights, just standard Elites from left to right. You have the Elite 101. That was his first Elite in the main line coming back to the company. This is the first top picks, the second top picks with an AEW head sculpt. The ringside exclusive Defining Moments Torn Pet Cody, which I still think is probably the best Cody Rhodes figure that Mattel has made to this point. Maybe, I don't know. That was probably the best Elite, probably. You have the Royal Rumble Elite, which made me want to jump off a bridge. 2026 Top Picks Elite, the Elite 111, the Survivor Series War Games, the ringside exclusive Pharaoh and Cody 2-Pack Elite, the TMNT Cody Rhodes as Casey Jones figure, and then you have the other Top Picks figure, or was it a Greatest Hits? It may have been a Greatest Hits. I think it's a Top Picks though. It's like a Top Picks 2025 Elite. Anyway, you can see that they have put out a ton of Cody Rhodes. Again, this doesn't even include the Mattel Creations Ultimate, the Ultimate Edition Series 21, the 2-Pack Ultimate with Brandy. We have another Ultimate coming up not too far in the future in the Greatest Hits line. We've had Legends Greatest Hits Legacy Cody. We've had 3 Stardust. We've had a couple Greatest Hits. Cody Rhodes has become the new John Cena or Rey Mysterio, really, in releases. And I'm a fan of him because I love Cody a lot. I'm a big Cody crybaby, I guess you could say. But his figures are great, and it's sad because these 4 right here, if all of these figures had this formula with pin joints and the smaller boots, these figures would be incredible because these all move insanely well. They're insanely good. They're really good figures. He used to have the best figures for posing and playability, and now with the new factory and the pinless joints and everything, they're very stiff and hard to pose and give me headaches. So one of the sadder fall-offs you'll see, but I'm still a big Cody fan, and his figures are still fun to collect because his gears are always nice, but just something to think about there as you look at this new Top Picks Elite Cody Rhodes. I don't know why I said Cody twice. That's weird. And then for Randy Orton, they said screw his accessories, just throw them the hell out in the yard. I mean, my God, what are we looking at, man? Man doesn't even have damn mic holding hands. No mic holding hands. Oh wait, he does have mic holding hands. No fists. Well, that's better. At least they gave him mic holding hands. That would have been atrocious. But he does get the mic holding hands with the black hand tape. And then he gets the signature Randy Orton style hands for the pose, which are great. But man, like a chair or a shirt, a new Randy Orton shirt, or hell, even a hoodie, I think would have sold the hell out of this thing. Like a sleeveless hoodie, maybe? Just give me something. This is it. No interchangeable head or nothing, man. You just get 4 hands. That stinks. But that's Randy Orton's accessories in this Top Picks wave. So we're getting into Randy Orton here, man, and this head sculpt I didn't even notice is kind of weird, and I say that because of the hair. So if you look at the hair, look how dark it is, man. Look how thick and dark it is, and he doesn't really even have a fade for real. I mean, I guess it's slightly there, but I don't know. I feel like this would have got a lot further if it was lighter. It just looks so dark. Now, you don't really notice it until you look straight at it, and then you're like, okay, it kind of looks weird. I don't know, it looks weird. It looks like he sprayed his hair. You know when people color their hair and it kind of like, you spray it in there? I don't know, it just looks a little off to me. We'll do a head swap here in a moment, and I'll show you. It'll probably look a little bit better, but nonetheless, going down into the torso, this is the new Elite 116. You're basically getting an Elite 116 repaint of Randy Orton here, and I like this new torso for him. They just gotta make the shoulders and arms bigger to fit this torso, because this torso does not match the shoulders and arms. His shoulders and arms are also bigger than this, so if you gave him bigger shoulders and arms, this figure would look incredible. They could also upgrade his legs. Now, I don't hate the legs he comes with, but I think if you upgraded the shoulders and arms, the proportions will get a little wacky. And that's what you get right now. This figure's proportions are wacky because of the shoulders and arms. You upgraded it to the bigger striated shoulders and arms on this torso with a little bit bigger thighs and probably just giving him really, newly tooled legs. Probably would look a lot better. Also getting some QC right there with the tattoos off, man. Not like the hardest fix, because you could just swap the arms with another double jointed arm, Randy Orton, and fix it. But damn, that's just annoying, man. Very annoying. But this gear is sick, man. The red color is very vibrant. The gold and white looks clean. Got the Orton on the back and the nice font, which is sick. Very sweet gear. I mean, it's probably some of the best gear Randy Orton's worn, especially in the later years here. Red knee pads look good. Black hand tape. It's a very nice figure. They just got to upgrade this formula, man. These legs are very old, since 2010, like 15-year-old leg mold you're looking at right here, man. But you also get the standard black boots here. But as far as this figure is, he can look up pretty decent. His hair just looks so black to me, but he has a decent ab crunch, man. WWE figures just have no ab crunch for real, but shoulders go about at 90. You get full rotation here all the way around, bicep cut. Double jointed pinless, which are beautiful. Hinge and swivel in the wrist as always. Tight waist, which is good. He isn't on ball joints, I don't believe. Randy Orton's never been on ball joints. If he was on ball joints, that would shock me, but he can kick forward on both sides, which is great. I don't know if his legs have never had that stiff thing, where they go back and forth, though, so that's good. You get upper thigh cut, very clean, buttery, double-jointed knee because it is pinned, and then you get the boot rotation, which on these legs is very stiff, and then the feet go up and down, and then you get boot cut. So it may be, you remember, I don't know, if you guys missed our review from yesterday on the Fan Takeover Ultimate Edition Randy Orton, you need to go check that out. But on that figure as well, the legs were the exact same as this, and then they had the new boots. I think the new boots just fit this leg mold very tight for some reason, but it allows for good posing because they have a very tight fit and neat, and I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Regardless, we just need bigger shoulders and arms on this guy. It looks so much better, but let's get into some figure comparisons. So for your Randy Orton figure comparisons, man, you got the top picks in the middle and then left to right. I think this is the Elite 90 Randy Orton, which feels like it was released yesterday, but it is kind of older now. You have the Greatest Hits Randy Orton in the black and silver, which I really like. You have the Elite 116, which had QC issues on my crotch, which is a weird thing to say, but it's definitely there. You can't really see it because the gear was so bad. It's like brown on black, which isn't good. And then we do have the Chase, which is a lot better with the gold and white over the black, which is clean as hell. But look at the head sculpts, man. Look at these head sculpts between these two. Don't he just look kind of crazy? Like, look at the hair. He's so dark. Let's just do a head swap here so we can kind of see what this looks like. I'm telling you, this is going to look so much better, I think. Just popping this on here. It just kind of gives you that gradient look. Yeah, that's a lot better, I think. Even though it's kind of brownish. Maybe they felt like it was too brown, but now this dark hair on this dark gear is going to look crazy. Yeah, he kind of looks crazy. I don't know. But, yeah, they just got... These figures aren't bad. They just need to upgrade the formula. The shoulders and arms are way too small, man. So what they're telling you is the shoulders and arms on Randy Orton are the same size as everybody else. Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor, Andrade, like all the characters. So that's just not true. Anyways, that does it for your Randy Orton figure comparisons. But I think that about all but wraps up this review of the top picks WWE Elite Series 2026 Wave 1 of Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, man. Let's start off with Cody Rhodes, and then we'll get into the Viper himself, man. Cody Rhodes, man. It's a lot of the same issues you're going to find on a lot of these modern Elite Cody Rhodes. It's got the clown feet, and that's kind of how you can identify if this guy is going to be worth a shish or not. Not that, I hate the clown feet, don't get me wrong. I think they can work on, like, Dominic and stuff like that, I guess, because it's kind of an illusion. But I hate this boot mold. I can't stand it. And ever since they switched factories, we've talked about this time and time again, man. Ever since they switched factories, these figures of Cody Rhodes have just plummeted off of a cliff. You know, I'll start at the head sculpts. I like the smiling one. We've seen it for years now since he returned at WrestleMania 38. We have seen this smiling head sculpt over and over and over again. So, I mean, it's a good head sculpt. It's just not the best. Interchangeable head sculpt, they've also used a trillion times. I'm not a big fan of it, never been a big fan of it. He's got the tattoo on the neck. I do like the newer hands. I like how they didn't give him the throne-sitting hands. They kind of gave him the grabby hands, which I think are better. So I do like that. And then going down to the legs, they are pinless, so they're going to be stiff. You combine that with these boots, and it's just not a fun scenario to pose around. His figures used to be, say it with me, they used to be so posable. Now they are not since they switched factories. He also has QC issues on his butt of the white paint. Not the biggest deal. I can paint it, but I know not everybody is going to be, you know, able to or want to do that. So that is also an extra thing there. I mean, we have seen, you saw the comparisons. There are a lot of Cody Rhodes Elites out there that are very similar to this one. It's going to be a gear preference. But I love Cody Rhodes. I love his gears. I like collecting his figures, so this was a must-have for me. It's just, you know, it is what it is, man. It's another Cody Rhodes repaint, and this one doesn't really do much for me. You know, I like the gear, but the figure does not feel well in hand. And I like that we're getting all these different gears. I just used to love his figures. His figures used to be so much better. But here we are, man. Unfortunate. But with the Randy Orton, really like the Randy Orton. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Elite 116. I just think that with an older man Randy Orton, I don't think these shoulders and arms fit him. I think his proportions are all off. I like the new torso, which we saw with the Elite 116. The legs, I think, could be bigger. I think they could absolutely upgrade his legs and make him thicker. And then, if you gave him the striated shoulders and the bigger arms, like we've seen on Stone Cold, this figure would be phenomenal, really. Because he still poses well. The aesthetics of the figure is nice. He's tatted to the gills. He looks great. The red and gold pops off. Very nice Elite. I really like the Chase Randy Orton from Elite 116. And this Orton's nice just because it's a change of pace, man. It's so much better. Like, just giving us a colorful gear for a change is so nice. So I like that about it, and I just love Randy Orton, so this is nice. I just hate the shoulders and arms. They gotta upgrade this guy, man. Give him bigger shoulders and arms. He also has some chipped tattoos, so another QC issue, just chalking it up. QC issues just running away with it in 2025. Well, anyways, man, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me with this Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton Top Picks Elite review. I'd love to know what you guys think of these down in the comment section below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you grabbing these? Have you seen them? I don't know, man. The QC issues are just crazy right now. The figures can't move the best in certain cases. Very annoying as a collector, but let me know what you think down in the comment section. But I'm getting the hell out, man. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Please let me know what you think. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.